Welcome back to another episode of Don't Blow Up.
The podcast.
Disgusting.
The podcast.
This is the hat edition.
Why is? Oh, we both have hats.
Yeah, for the first time, we both have hats.
Yeah, for the first time.
I feel like you never wear a hat on the podcast.
I wear some.
Yeah, because you always have awesome haircuts. So you always show it off.
I have a great haircut. It's just
You just felt like a hat today.
Yeah, I'm a hat guy.
Hey, I'm not against it. I'm for it.
But welcome back. If you want to subscribe and like and view and rate and review and
if you are a consistent listener and you want to support, like the video.
Yeah, go to the review section and go straight duppy with it, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nobody knows what that means, but
that's what we'll start then. What does duppy mean?
It's something you invented.
No,
what
you haven't heard him say?
I've never heard duppy.
Dude, there's so many rap
songs.
songs.
NBA Youngboy or what?
So many rap songs. No, it's 21 Savage, I think.
Oh yeah, I don't listen to
good rap,
ATL area rap.
Isn't he? He's British.
Yeah, that was so funny on Twitter when everyone realized he was from England.
Yeah. Oh shit, a malevolent spirit or ghost. So if you go duppy, you're making a spirit or a ghost, dude. You
know the Islamic or Muslim Arabic. That's the word.
Yeah.
The Arabic word for demon is jinn. Did you know that? That's probably why they don't drink alcohol. Gin and juice. Gin, alcohol.
Who doesn't drink?
Muslims.
Oh, because the spirits.
Yeah. It's against the religion.
You know that's why they call alcohol spirits?
I heard that supposedly your vibrations get lower and then spirits bad spirits enter your body.
What do you know about vibrations though?
What do you mean? I know that every molecule or whatever, every atom is vibrating constantly.
Oh shit, this is so early on for a fucking
I believe.
History bro science with it.
History bro science with it. Molecular vibrations edition.
Molecular vibrations edition, dude.
No, I don't know anything exactly about it. But yeah, when at my sister's birthday party, my cousin was telling me about the theory of low vibration, a spirit enters you, and then, but what I don't know is there good spirits that could enter you?
What I don't know is if this is a good conversation.
Because
there has to be good. If there's bad, there's good.
But the idea of it is that someone doing drunken things is a bad spirit.
Yeah.
Or I guess a good spirit based on.
Like a bad thing to do is go to a Philadelphia Eagles game, And you have to be drunk to enter. They actually breathalyze you before you go in. Mm-hmm. And if you're below 0.8, you can't enter the stadium.
If you have no ghosts in your body, you can't enter the Eagles game.
Yeah. They do have a station next to the entrance, though, where you can drink as much as you want. Just straight absinthe.
That's how Santa got in, but the elves didn't because they died drinking the absinthe. You ever see that video of everybody at Eagles Stadium throwing rocks at Santa Claus?
What?
Or throwing whatever at him. Because, that's how hardcore Philly fans are.
They were trying to go duppy on him, dude.
I'm not a fan of it. 21 Savage might have said it, but I'm not a fan of it. I don't think it sounds cool.
He's like, last man I killed, man, just straight duppy. Does that mean like right when you die, you see a spirit come out of you? They're like, oh shit, he just went duppy.
Wait, you're saying duppy, he went duppy.
Yeah.
Does that mean limp?
Yeah, like he died.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it means though.
It sounds like a little kid like trying to remember the word death. So he's like, he went duppy.
Like a conjugation of death?
Yes. Just a child trying to understand the world. That's what it sounds like.
What happened?
Oh, that reminds me too. So at my friend, I do this little bit. Like one time I started watching Cocomelon.
Yeah.
It was me and my best friend in the room, right? And then I played Cocomelon just messing with him to see what he'd say. And then I left it on for like 5 minutes because he wasn't reacting. And I just watched it the whole time. And he was like, do you actually watch this? I've never seen this before. And like, he thought it was like actually some adult show or something because I was watching it. And then like the song started playing and he was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I wanted to see how long it would take for you to react. And he was like, you actually watched this? And I was like, yeah.
Oh my God.
I did it again. And I was like, I did an Instagram story. So I put Cocomelon on. And then he was just ignoring it because it's a thing I did.
Oh, that one dude that plays basketball.
Yeah. And then I did a video and I was like, just listen to watching my favorite show with my friend. And I showed Cocomelon and him and he's like, oh my God.
What's Cocomelon?
It's a children's show that just does a bunch of nursery rhymes.
Jesus Christ. Miguel.
It's me and my friend's show.
Miguel could be caught at his apartment watching Lucifer or Cocomelon, dude.
Yeah. What do they call it? The duality of man. Cocomelon and Lucifer.
That's what makes you want to go duppy, dog?
Well, yeah, when I go duppy, I imagine either I'm gonna succumb to a life of Cocomelon in heaven.
Yeah.
Or a life of Lucifer in heaven also, because that show's awesome.
Because that show's amazing. With the British
I don't know why I
accent.
love that show so much. He's a cool guy, the devil in that show.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I relate to him. Because
Because you know me. I'm the devil.
Yeah. He just asks people, he's like, what do you want? And then they tell him, and I feel like I'm personable.
Yeah.
If I went up to a random person, I'm like, hey, how you doing? I feel like they'll tell me all their wants and needs.
Speaking about being personable, what do you want to say with the devil? What?
No, go.
I went to the Hollywood Lowe's Center, like next to the Dolby Theater and all that.
No.
Yeah, I like how you shouldn't. Yes, it's like next to the Chinese theater. It's Hollywood Highland.
Okay.
It's like the number one tourist.
Giving me a location isn't going to make me understand.
Hollywood Highland is the biggest intersection in Hollywood.
It's 2 streets. Sound familiar?
The Chinese theater, the Dolby Theater. It's like there's Buffalo Wild Wings right there. You know what I mean?
Gerardo, just tell me what happened, because the cross streets aren't going to help me.
So you know where the Hollywood Bowl's at?
Yes.
If you go down that street, Highland,
okay,
and you hit Hollywood,
okay,
there's this big intersection where the Wax Museum's on one corner. There's a McDonald's next to that. And then there's the El Capitan Theater.
Okay.
El Capitan.
Okay.
You know where I'm talking about now.
Are the directions important though?
Yeah.
Why? Okay.
Because it's a fucking tourist hub.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I went to go pick up something from Sephora for DoorDash. Shout out, my employer. And I parked down like a normal person would in the fucking big ass underground parking lot where it goes all the way straight to Lucifer's place. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I parked. Took me fucking 30 minutes to find Sephora because I'm an idiot. I'll admit that. Mm-hmm. All right. I come to Sephora and I'm like, I want to pick up an order for this guy and I want to get the fuck out of here. I didn't say that part, but that's how I felt. I get the order and I'm like, oh, by the way, do you validate parking? Mm-hmm. Dude, the life of a DoorDash driver.
They said no.
They do. She gives me a validation ticket. This is a great exchange so far, right?
And she was even like, and we validate you, handsome.
No, she didn't. But she was like, gave me the validation ticket. And I was like, this is going great, I'm no longer taking 30 minutes to find my car because guess what? I know exactly where it's at.
Okay.
P3, G3. There's like some fucking 3D goddamn like system where you know where your car is exactly at. So I go to my car. I'm like, damn, this cannot be going smoother, dude. You know what I mean? And then this whole story just goes duppy. You feel me?
Continue.
Damn it. I thought you were going to laugh for sure. Damn it. Okay. But this whole story goes haywire.
Okay.
Look at you, you white piece of shit.
That was good. Haywire.
So I go, right? I'm going to leave the place. How many times have you picked up food and you parked somewhere and you had to pay for the parking on the way out? Never, right? I'm a DoorDash driver, dude. This is what I do, right? So I go and I put the ticket in and then I try to put the validation in. And I was like, oh, fuck, it's the other way around. So I cancel, I get the ticket out. I put the validation in. Before I put the validation in, the guy working this little fucking thing tells me, oh, you might as well just put the ticket in and pay $2 because if you put the validation in and then the ticket, it's going to be $3. Tell me how that fucking makes sense, right?
Okay.
And I tell him, I'm not paying any dollars because I'm a DoorDash driver, right? And before I could say because I'm a DoorDash driver, he goes, oh, okay. And then he just walked away from me. He just like went around and he stood at a different till, right? And so I pushed the help button and I was like, hey, so, I'm a DoorDash driver and I want to get past this door. This fucking guy just walked away, Uh-huh. And then she goes, the line cuts. It's just, all you hear is beep, right? Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, I get out of my car. I'm like, hey, can you fucking unlock this gate for me? I've been here for like 30 minutes. That's it. And I'm picking up an order. And he goes, I was like, what the fuck, right? So I push help again. And then the lady is the same lady. She goes, oh, sorry, the line got disconnected. I'm sending somebody up there right now to help you out. Okay. So this guy comes over. He's got a fucking arm that's straight duppy. He's kind of like this, And he walks over with the mask on and he goes, do me a favor next time. Just park right there on Hollywood Boulevard, like whatever this place is. And like, because you don't like cross streets, just park in this place and go get your order and this and that. I was like, oh yeah, my first time here. So, and then as soon as I said first time here, he lost it with me, dude. He goes, oh yeah, well, this is my first time dealing with you fucking DoorDash drivers, you know? And then
really?
Yes. And he's yelling at me for a good 5 minutes, dude. Straight up yelling at me for 5 minutes.
Knowing you?
What?
Your interaction with him led to this.
No.
Okay, I believe you.
No.
I believe you.
And then also when he's yelling at me, I'm kind of like laughing to myself. And I'm, because this guy, let's be honest. He's hot. This is like the hottest guy I've ever met. No, he's working his job in this fucking hellhole.
Yeah.
Can't see the daylight for what, 8 hours, 12 hours? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just sitting there like, all right, dude. Okay. All right. And then he starts saying shit about my mom. And I'm like, hey, chill out, dude.
She might not be the best.
she's she's a little, don't go duppy.
Some of your points are valid.
No, but I really was just like taking it. I'm like, either way, he's upset because I'm going to get out of here for free. And he tells me, he says, I'm going to pay your ticket. And I'm like, dog, what do you mean you're going to pay my ticket? You're not going to pay jack shit. I didn't say this. I was just like, Gerardo, chill the fuck out, dude. Do not say anything. But he said, I'm going to pay your ticket. What do you say in that moment?
Okay.
I'm going to pay your ticket. You know, he's not paying it though.
I don't care. If I get out of there and I don't have to talk to this guy that yelled at me anymore, I just go, yeah.
I mean, that's what I did. I was just like, okay, all right. Okay. Now I know. He's like, yeah, now you better know. It's like anything I said, he was getting upset with me. Dude, crazy.
Hot-headed on top of how hot he was.
Dude, hottest guy of all time. Have you ever had a crazy interaction with like that?
No.
With Door or Uber eating? Well, you just park illegally and get tickets.
I've gotten 2 tickets in the past 2 years.
2 more than I gotten.
Yeah.
I've gotten 1 ticket, but that was for a podcast I was recording.
No one's yelled at me.
Yeah.
No one has ever yelled at me.
Dude, this guy yelled my fucking head off, dude. I was like, yeah, you're really going Gerardo right now, dude.
That's what happens when you go within the rules, is these people who take these small jobs too seriously are the people that you interact with.
Yeah.
So it's your fault. You deserved it. I'm smart by parking illegally and getting tickets.
Dude, part of me wanted to be like, fuck this, I'm paying $2. But I put the ticket back in and it was $4. That's how long this fucking thing took, dude.
50% increase. I'm not paying that. I don't care if it is $4. They're not gonna up my price for 50%.
That's the wildest thing that's happened to me all week.
That's the wildest story I've ever heard.
No, that was pretty. And then I told you on the phone, right? Or I might have told you or my mom. But on Friday, I didn't wake up in time to DoorDash, so I had to go to Hollywood to DoorDash. And it was like a punishment all day long, dude. I fucking hate. I used to love DoorDashing out there. But weekdays, I cannot DoorDash out there, dude. That place is a hellhole, dude. And it's getting worse.
Why?
You know how many fucking needles I had to pull out of my car wheels?
Why is there needles in wheels?
I didn't have to do that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make a point here.
Okay.
Dude.
It doesn't prove your point if it doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah, if it didn't really happen. You know how many dead squirrels I had to pull off the fucking front bumper of my car?
So there's a squirrel problem. No, and that's making DoorDash harder for you.
No. Just like the people, like Hollywood is fucking deteriorating even more, dude.
I mean, was it ever in great shape?
Yeah.
When?
About a week ago, dude. Like, I don't know. No, like it's been in great shape, dude.
Yeah. When I liked it, it was in great shape.
Dude, I used to take the red line and you'd see craziness, you know, but it wasn't like always.
You think
crazy.
it's getting crazier?
Like what's crazy to me is the amount of people that are not from Los Angeles in that Hollywood and Highland area. You don't know that. But when before it was like, you know, you kind of felt like one with everyone.
How could you tell that they're not from here?
Different languages, different like mostly white, you know?
So your xenophobia.
I'm not xenophobic. No. That you asked me a question. Like I could tell because like there's somebody speaking Norwegian or like German or something.
That's cool though.
And it's just like a lack of connection with anyone there. And then on top of that, you got these crazy ass homeless people, dude, all over the place.
So you're the combination of tourists and homeless people.
Yeah.
Are what makes you feel disconnected.
Yeah.
Is there a way we could package them both into one solution. How would we solve both this tourism problem and this homeless problem at once?
Study abroad programs, dude.
For the homeless.
Yes.
Genius.
So we take the homeless and we put them in a country in Europe or wherever, dude. You know?
And they intern at the biggest oil company in that.
Yeah. Or they just are homeless out there too. They're just like do drugs out there and whatever.
No, I like the idea that we give them internships.
They become diplomats between the United States and that country.
Dude, yeah. And then with the inspirational story of I was just a homeless man on the street and then I got this internship in Scandinavia, which isn't a country, but it's an area.
I mean, I still do drugs, but they love me here.
But I have a suit now. I shaved, I have a suit, and I do drugs. Yeah. And then, no, I do like that idea. A foreign exchange program with homeless people. But once they're in the system, they get put into an internship.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Do they stay with the family or do they just stay strictly with the company?
The company puts them up. Free board, free room and board.
But are they living with each other?
No. Everyone gets their individual apartment.
Are they allowed to fraternize with people there?
Of course, they're human beings.
So keep it in mind. Keep in mind. Because I know that you're not allowed to do that in some like sober living areas. Like in sober living houses. You're not allowed to have like a girlfriend or anything. Because if that goes awry, that's the answer to that. The solution to you having those things happen to you is to go back and do drugs again. So we got to think about all these angles here, dude. I mean, we kind of like breeze through all the issues we would have in having a fucking homeless. You're like, no, we didn't.
They just need a job and they'll be fine. Okay. Addiction's not real, Gerardo.
Okay. What's the name? How do we sell it? Homeless abroad? Like we're going on Shark Tank right now.
Okay. That's a good question. We got to think.
Street study abroad, dude. No. I know you're going to come up with a really good one if you think about it for a little longer. And I'm trying to fill in dead air while you think about it. Earlier today, I had a lot of
what's crazy? I will think of one
after the podcast.
Yeah. I'm going to think about it later and really write it out.
Homeless abroad, like we're laughing at the other countries?
Street, no. No. Street, something about being far from the streets, abroad the streets, from abroad the streets. I don't know. I got to think. But I do like this idea. Homeless people, getting them internships.
Street lifting. I'm trying to think.
Street lifting. No, that's a different program where we put them in the bodybuilding classes. I mean, a lot of homeless people, the ones that like are just, I don't know if they're just bored or if they love exercise, but you've seen the super buff homeless people, right?
Nope.
No. There's one around where we live. He's just like this shredded
white guy,
old guy. No, this shredded black dude.
Oh.
And he's just like very thin and like homeless. And I think he probably has like mental issues. Just from seeing him walk around, because sometimes he's like almost naked.
Yeah.
And he's just like a zombie kind of. Drugs maybe. But super, like he looks like he's playing in the NBA or something.
How do we recruit these people? Do we just...
I mean, the real answer, the simplest answer, Occam's razor, is sad, and it's drugs.
Use what?
Homeless people. How we recruit the homeless people.
No, how do we recruit them to be like, do you want to go street study abroad? Or what is the...
drugs.
Drugs?
Yeah.
We fill them with drugs and put them on a plane?
No, we say like, hey, you want drugs?
No.
Well, that's how we get them.
No.
Like, and then, no, but it's like a, what do they call it? Bait and switch? We put the drugs there and then they get in the box and then we take the drugs.
Oh my God. When they go to get the drugs at the plane ticket, they're like, what?
Yeah. You're going to Reykjavik, Iceland. And then they're all upset. They're in first class, all upset.
That's a really good plane ticket.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to Reykjavik.
They're in a Fortune 500 company, all mad, all like twirling their... They're like, I miss my beard.
Yeah, I'm fucking my beard. I miss my long hair.
And then gradually, he's like, you know what? This was good for me.
Yeah. And then they're in the restroom taking a shit in the toilet. They're like, nah, we shit in the bushes again.
I mean, that is freer.
Yeah.
Like using the restroom out in nature, I don't know why it feels better.
So tell me, You're talking about peeing.
Peeing. I mean, I don't think I've ever.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine that feels like, oh, this is why we made toilets. Like you're trying to shit in nature. Like this is not freeing at all.
Well, the leaf thing, like
Yeah.
toilet paper, I could see maybe why. I would just find the nearest creek. This is disgusting.
Yeah. Why would you shit in a creek?
No, I would to wipe.
Oh,
Like,
just
wash.
You would put shit in the creek still. You would just
No. Wash.
Yeah, so you'd squat down and get the fucking little particles off your butt. I said particles, so it's not that gross.
No, you know what? I guess I would do the old boil water trick.
You would boil water?
Yeah.
That'd be so funny. You're like starving for days, but you really have to shit. And you don't figure out how to boil water until you want to clean your butthole.
Yeah, because I don't want water parasites and
Oh, yeah. Going inside that hole.
yeah.
Wow, can that do damage?
I've never swam in a river. Parasites probably don't go in your.
I heard this on a podcast. I think it was Bert Kreischer.
Okay.
But
don't ever bring Bert Kreischer into our podcast again. But okay.
Okay, I'll do this. This is one time. Okay. But he's like, you can't swim in a pool after somebody had diarrhea.
Okay.
And everyone dies. Obviously, that's a Bert Kreischerism. Everyone doesn't die, but like it'll fuck you up if somebody was in the pool that had diarrhea. Meaning there's just like maybe some particle on them that has the diarrhea molecule. History bro science. That can get into your whatever pores or butthole or whatever, or your eyes or mouth, and you can get dysentery or whatever. And then
I mean, I feel like that idea is just like basic infection, infectious diseases 101, right?
But I was in the pool today, like I was telling you, and on the wall it says, If anyone's had diarrhea in the last 14 days, do not get in this pool.
Really?
Yeah. They use the word diarrhea too, which is like, you don't want to see the word like if you see the word diarrhea, this is a fact. You're 75% more likely to get diarrhea.
Because of dysentery.
Yeah, because you see the word.
Do you know what dysentery is?
Isn't that what it's like your whole body breaks down from shit inside of you?
I think essentially you just become dehydrated from how much you have to shit and then you die.
Yeah. You keep shitting all water out.
Something like that. Yeah. And then eventually you're just like a dried fruit.
Oh man.
But
dysentery.
This brings up a question I have for you.
Okay, sorry about the whole thing. I know it's. I think we got something good there though. The homeless abroad program. But anyways.
And also, no disrespect to homeless people.
You're gonna donate.
Yeah, I'm donating.
I don't have disrespect for them either.
I don't know if I've said this on the podcast, but I've seen a guy slowly become more and more homeless. Like I was there the first day he was out on the street because there's this little alley that I park in. And then he was just right there. And then he was completely dressed and he just sat on the curb. And I was like, okay, I guess this guy's just chilling here, I guess. And then every day for a couple months, I saw him and like his clothes were getting more and more raggedy. He was getting more and more angry. And then, I have like a little relationship with him. He's really hot. No, I'm just kidding. But no, like sometimes I give him like extra food I have and stuff. But yeah, so I just want to say respect to homeless people. But I wanted to ask, because we're talking about dysentery, would you want to be immortal if you had the opportunity?
What are the cons to it? Because immortality doesn't exist. So the form of immortality that you're proposing, what does it entail?
Well, let's just start here. If you could be immortal and you'd never get sick and you live forever.
So if I never get sick, do I just get everything I want, or do I have struggles like every other human?
Yeah, you live a human life. You just never get sick. And you live forever.
And I live forever. Do I age?
Yes. So
I age, like if I'm 1,000 years old, I age like a human would at 1,000 years old.
Yes.
But I have everything, internal organs are 100%. Now, no. No.
Okay.
Now, is it now in 2022? Like I'm born in 2022 and I live forever.
Okay, how about you live forever at this age, you don't age. And you never get sick.
Yes.
Okay. So you'd be cool with having loved ones die over and over and over. And just that constant cycle.
I wouldn't be cool with it.
But you would do it knowing, you would become immortal knowing that would happen.
I wouldn't be cool with it, but I would be...
You would still become immortal?
I think it would... Because am I Gerardo trying to be a comedian? Right?
Yeah.
that shit'll make me funnier.
Uh-huh.
I believe.
Uh-huh. Oh, so yeah, my wife died yesterday. Everyone's like,
my God,
he's
man.
immortal.
Hey, so my third mom died last week.
Okay,
She didn't even give birth to me.
my 54th wife died the other night.
Everyone make it loud for Immortal G.
Yeah.
I come out doing I do like 10, what's it called? What are they called?
Somersaults.
Somersault? What is the one where you do with your hands and feet?
Cartwheels.
Cartwheels. I do 10 cartwheels. Back to back to back to back.
And I
shoot somebody.
You try and showcase that you're immortal. So you go through fire.
Yeah.
You fall down like a huge building. But I don't know why you would shoot somebody. How does that prove you're immortal?
I bring a pool on stage and somebody like shoots out diarrhea into the pool and I jump in and I'm like, yeah, no dysentery, super hydrated, dude. And then the crowd is kind of turned off, but then I come back out on stage and somebody stabs me in the chest and I'm like, oh, and I act like I die. And then they're like, oh my God, is he? And then I'm like, and then I do 5 more cartwheels. You laughed eventually. And the joke involved diarrhea.
Once I got past, you bring up, save that for Bert Kreischer. Don't ever talk about that with me again.
Yeah.
But so you would want to be immortal.
I do not want to be a million years old and look a million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude.
But if you look a million, but you never get sick.
So now the question I propose, sorry, try to remember your thought if you can.
Go for it.
What does that entail? Like for me, knowing that I'm going to die one day, I fucking pursue life every day. Right. I'm not the type of person that trips out about how I'm going to die one day. Like I had a good friend of mine that I was a roommate with, and he would be in a constant struggle with the concept of death, you know, but he was one of the most talented comedians, not a stand-up, but like funny people that I knew as an actor and improv guy. And I saw behind the scenes of how fucking puzzled he was with the concept of death.
Okay.
And I feel like that kind of propels some sort of creative influence. So do I lose that creative juice? Do I just become immortal and like steal someone's mansion and make it my fucking Count Chocula fucking factory?
I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah. I don't know if it's up to me though.
What do you mean?
It's
like you're saying the juice will be gone if you're immortal.
I feel like the first 80 years of my life or the first 150 years of my life where I'm like, I go to the doctor and everything's fucking fine every time.
Okay.
I start to realize I'm the immortal guy, dude. You know what I mean? And then that trip of life begins. Like, is comedy fun if I only do it for 30 years? You know what I mean?
I mean, that's a question for you, though.
Yeah.
I can't answer that.
I
don't know why you're asking me.
No, but these are the things that come up when you ask this question.
I see.
You know?
So you're worried that the juice would be gone if you're immortal.
Yeah.
Do you think the juice would be gone if you're immortal?
Maybe the juice, but not the steez. Because I'll go duppy on these motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Now you got to explain what you mean because I don't understand.
I just said steez because somebody else said steez before, but steez is like your essence kind of thing.
No, I know, but like, I've explained your thought. Forget the slang.
Okay, so if I don't have the juice, at least I have the steez, meaning the essence, and I'll go straight duppy on these motherfuckers, meaning I'll still murder, you know, when I do comedy.
So there is no problem because you still have the steez.
Yeah, but no, the problem is like doing it forever. Like that, I don't know if I could do.
Well, you don't have to do it. The whole thing about being immortal is you have plenty of time to do everything you want whenever you want.
Yeah, I think I would just go straight homeless, dude. You know,
you're just trying to get in that homeless abroad program.
That too. I mean,
you just want a job.
Like, or I join the military, be a super soldier. Dude, I could do all those things. You know what I mean?
Would you want to be a super soldier? Knowing that you're just a little puppet for a government? Because are you actually going to research why you're over there?
Dude,
are you going to look behind the lines?
What if I create my own nation?
Oh, you could be God King Gerardo.
Immortal Geonia, dude.
Immortal Geonia. Okay, so whose land would you steal and displace all the people?
Oh my God, I was going to say a bad joke. Los Angeles.
Okay.
I was going to say Native Americans.
Jesus.
That's what I was. Yeah, you didn't even know that's what I was going to say, and you were laughing.
Maybe I should never ask you a question again.
I just thought about colonization. That's why.
Okay, so what area of LA would you take?
All of it. Andrew Tate comes out. All of it. Yeah.
So British.
Alhambra. I'll start with Alhambra. And I'll dominate this fucking place.
Would you rather be immortal or have $1 billion?
I feel like $1 billion would kill me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why is that? Let's get into it.
Because I spend it in 3 days and I'm like, what the fuck?
What would you spend it on?
Exactly. I would find a way, dude.
I don't think you would. I don't think you could spend $1 billion.
Like, I'm on 60 Minutes and they're like, Joel, how'd you spend $1 billion in 3 days? Like, I started this homeless study abroad program. And they all turned on me. They started a cult.
I started a nonprofit. I should have made it a profit.
What would I spend $1 billion on? And this is not the fucking same fucked up scenario you brought up like 4 episodes ago, right?
What do you mean?
Well, you have to buy some personal object of somebody you admire, and Jim Croce's guitar, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. When I said you had to buy an artifact.
Yeah.
And not an investment.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, you have $1 billion, do what you want. What?
Damn. I would need $1 trillion. See, that's how I think.
Never satisfied, dude.
Never
That's
satisfied.
what makes you great, and that's what's going to kill you.
What would you do? Answer, because I already answered the other question.
With $1 billion?
Yeah.
Or immortal? $1 billion, probably buy a house. That's the thing is, I don't need money to be happy.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the $1 billion would bring me besides maybe more free time because I don't have to work anymore.
But see, this is where Miguel will say no, right? But you have money, so you know you're happy. But if that was to go away, would you still be happy?
Yeah, I think so. If I moved back into my parents' house, I'd still be
That's
happy.
hilarious that I said Miguel's going to say no, and then you said yeah. After I said that, I'm like, oh, fuck. Because I didn't phrase it correctly. But yeah.
I think I would be happy, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you got the people you love, you know?
Yep.
This is becoming a self-help podcast.
Yeah, dude. This is History Bros, science, and how self-help with it.
When you appreciate yourself, you start to appreciate the people around you. And that's the real value of life, is seeing the value of people. Yeah.
I'm like this. I'm like, and the snaps fade. Okay, so how about this? Take out the $1 billion. You added that in to fuck with me. So, okay. Would you want to be immortal?
I think I would, under the pretense that I never get sick. That's my one thing. If I get sick, because imagine you get a stroke at 400 years old, and then you're living as a man with a stroke, and you never die.
Yeah.
But you just have, like, you don't have the same capabilities you had before. That's why I wouldn't want to be immortal. If, say, I just never die, but I can get sick. But I think being immortal would be cool if I never get sick. Like, there's always something to learn. There's always new people to meet.
The thing about being immortal is that I have no clue, because I'm telling you, like, as a person that's going to die, right? But I feel as if you'd want to experience everything, right?
Okay.
Eventually, the experiences that you desire will lead you to wondering what it'll be like to be the only person on Earth.
Okay.
You don't get sick, so you go into a lab, maybe in Wuhan, and you create a virus. You know?
Okay.
And then you spread that virus around the world, and you try to kill everyone.
So you're saying COVID happened because there's an immortal person?
Whoa! Dude, I just said a random city.
So you're saying COVID is the result of
an immortal
gods?
Yeah.
Damn.
COVID's a result of an immortal guy named Gerardo in China.
You know what's funny? People say COVID and some people say Corona. And I was just thinking, like, COVID is like the proper name, and then Corona is like the name. Like how someone's like, my name's Nathaniel.
Oh,
not Nathan. And so COVID's like, yeah, it's Corona. You don't have to call me COVID. COVID's my father's name.
It's like saying, hello, Mr. Smith. It's John.
It's John. Exactly.
Yeah. Or even like, what's up, COVID-19? He's like, it's COVID. Just call me COVID.
I mean, don't age me. It's
like Corona's like this. It puts his fingers in his nose. He's like, you can't smell.
That's hilarious.
And then he's got his fingers in his nose. He's like, who invited this guy COVID? And then
he's just a bully.
Yeah, COVID's a bully, dude. Oh, that's hilarious. They should call it Bully 19, dude.
That was more true than funny. They should call it Bully 19.
I was like this, and then you said that. I'm like, yeah, it is true. I know I bombed.
All diseases should be called bully and then number.
Yeah.
Bully number 1. What's the top disease you don't want? Cancer?
Bubonic plague.
Bubonic plague. You think it's the plague over cancer?
But cancer, you could defeat it, I think.
Bubonic plague you can defeat, can't you?
Oh, tell that to 33% of people living out history, bro. Spanish flu, don't want it. I don't want the cold. I don't want the flu. You know? I don't know. Smallpox, I'm good without it, you know? Monkeypox.
I mean, yes, all these are bad, but I'm saying what's the worst? What don't you want the most?
I'll say for a fact, only because we live in right now, I don't want monkeypox, dude. You know what I mean? Because that infers that maybe I did get fucked in the ass.
Why is that?
Because it's like 98% of it is transmitted through homosexual sex.
Is that true?
Yes.
I feel like that's not true. I feel like that's been debunked.
Possibly, but that's what I've heard. And this is Joe Rogan's joke. He says,
"Please don't bring up these people on my podcast. Don't bring it. No Joe Rogan, no Bert Kreischer."
He says 98% of people get it from homosexual sex, and 2% of people are liars. And then they read it from whatever government site that all this stuff. Jesus Christ, I hate when this happens. Bubonic plague, dude.
No.
Sorry about that.
I think that's God saying, "Please don't quote Joe Rogan."
Right when every time I say Joe Rogan, the thing's like.
That's excellent. That's a just God. Yeah, I don't like those guys.
But also, I understand. Yeah. But I like them. So also, there's another statistic. I don't know the exact number that some either 40 to 50% of these people also have AIDS or HIV.
HIV.
Yeah. But there's also that case of that girl in Atlanta that got monkeypox from dirty money.
I don't know.
Yeah, you haven't been keeping up on the monkeypox.
No, I'm not a monkey guy.
Jesus Christ.
What?
No.
You like monkeys.
I love monkeys, dude.
Jarrito?
Monkeys were the best part of Nope.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You said it was a little chunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I asked you about the $1 billion because I tried to win the lottery. Have you ever tried to win the lottery when it was $1 billion?
I've had to buy lottery tickets for family whenever we have get-togethers. They'll be like, Gerardo, go get fucking $40 of lottery tickets. And then I have to get like $5 for my uncle, $5 for this guy, $5 for this guy.
You guys ever win?
I don't know, dude. I never got it. And I doubt it.
Hey, you ever seen those pranks where they give someone like
so fucked up,
winning
and then
lottery
they play
ticket?
the tape. They play the tape.
What tape? Oh.
So they give somebody a lottery ticket
Yeah.
for this week, but they play the tape from last week's lottery
Okay.
where it's the same numbers. And then they're like, no fucking way. Those are so fucked up, dude. Like, I can't get behind. It's a good prank, dude. Okay? It's a good prank. All right? I can't get behind that, dude. I can't do that to somebody, dude. That is, dude.
Well, I was bringing this up because there was a very funny prank I saw, but it backfired because they gave him like one of those scratch off ones, but it was bought at a novelty shop. So it was a winner, right? And then it was like for like a couple $1 million, right? And then he scratched it off. And then they're like, did you win? And then he was like, no. So he was just like, if he ever won the lottery, he was not going to tell his family. He was going to give him nothing. Oh. And then they're like, we know it's fake. Like, it's a fake one we bought for you. We know that it says you won. And he was just like, no, whatever.
Like, I'm happy for that guy, dude. That's fucking dope. Because this family sounds like a piece of shit family, dude. Why would you give them money?
No, he's a piece of shit. For if he won the lottery, he would not give anything to anybody.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, dude. See, we're the opposite.
No, but no, that doesn't say what I would do. I think this guy is fucking a G for doing that, though.
So you like that he did?
Because also you're assuming a lot by saying that just because he didn't react, he's not going to give anything to his family. Because it sounds like this family loves surprises, right? So maybe he's like, oh shit, I just won the fucking lottery, dude. But like really chill in his mind. He's like, no, I didn't win anything. And then next thing you know, he's like, I got to go to the store really quick. And he comes back, 300,000 for my brother, 400,000 for my sister. Fuck you, mom. You raised me incorrectly. You know what I mean?
You raised me incorrectly.
And, you know, he gives out money, but on the sly. Or he's a fucking, he didn't want to do that.
That could be the case, but I don't believe that that's what it is. When you win the lottery, you don't hide it.
Yeah.
He hid it. Immediately, he was like, something good happened for me. This is for me. I'm hiding it.
Yeah.
But you're like, that guy's my guy.
No, but I wouldn't do that though. You know me. I wouldn't be like, I would be like, you know?
You'd be like, what?
What? Yeah, no, I would also too, like my charity is given to people I know. Granted, I haven't been able to do that in a long time, but
you're gonna stuff Jarito with money.
I just give all the money to Jarito. You guys are like, oh, that's sick. Jarito got 500,000.
It's like that little dog that was granted everything by like those old rich ladies, and then all the families like pissed. Like, why'd you give it? You can't. It's a dog. You can't spend money.
Dude, that's so funny. The lottery thing, because the last lotto was what 1.27 billion or something.
Yeah, something crazy.
And the guy ends up winning 468 million after taxes. And it's still people online being like, fuck the government, dude. The government sucks.
Really? Only that after taxes?
Yes.
That's crazy.
468 million is not fucking bad.
Yeah, but it's less than you should get for winning the lottery.
Oh, I know. Exactly, yeah. But this fool enters a different tax bracket. What's fucked up about it, too, is like, I'm pretty sure I saw a documentary on this one time. Is like winning that amount of money fucks you, right? Or am I wrong?
Well, yeah, I hear that, but that's because people don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's a core issue. It's not the money that's the problem. It's what's inside and the people around and what's.
See, that's why this guy that won the fucking lottery and didn't react at all, his core is strong, dude. Tell me I'm fucking wrong, Miguel.
You're wrong.
How?
Well, it might be strong, but it's a little wicked.
Dude, he just goes to the strip club for 4 weeks straight.
He spends $1 billion at strip clubs. That's why you never give an answer on how you would spend it, because it's strip clubs in your head.
No. That one guy. You ever seen that video where the guy's getting interviewed by the lady, the newscaster, and she's like, "What are you gonna do when you win the lottery?" And he's like, "Cocaine and strippers, baby." And she's like, "Oh God, Jesus."
Nah, I never saw that. That was real?
That? Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, dude. What would you do with $1 billion other than buy a house? You already have the house.
I'd buy out Joe Rogan and Bert Kreischer and stop them from broadcasting.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. I actually don't hate Joe Rogan or Bert Kreischer, but
it's just funny too.
It's just like, I don't know.
You know what I hate? I hate people that assume I'm a certain person because I listen to Joe Rogan.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's fair. That's 100%.
Because I feel like there's a lot of really cool people out there that listen to Joe Rogan, dude.
Yeah. You just happen to be one of them, right?
I'm one of the coolest.
You're a little biased.
I'm one of the coolest, dude.
No, I mean, yeah, like it's a broad scale, like But I just don't like referencing other podcasts on our podcast. So that's kind of why I make those jokes or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't actually care about them. Like literally tomorrow, if they won the lottery, I wouldn't be happy.
I really wanted to say 2% were liars, so I had to say Joe Rogan said this first. You know.
But bringing up Joe Rogan again, I just want to reiterate how I feel that Doja Cat is the female Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
That she's the scale for however much they like Doja Cat. I know whether or not I should continue talking to them.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because like, I don't know, the Doja Cat, like I feel like people are getting more annoyed with her more and more as time goes on. Like, especially on Twitter. Because before I used to always be like, oh yeah, Doja Cat, awesome, blah blah blah. But now she's getting a little bit of pushback, and I don't wish it on her. It's probably bad for her. I don't know, mental sanity or whatever. But I mean, there's got to be some balance, you know.
It's so funny. I feel like let's say you start dating a girl and you want to know how much she likes Doja Cat, so you try to like not do it by just straight up asking her. So you think of like inventive ways to do it. Like you play a game of headband with her for like 100 names, like Louis C.K., fucking Gabriel Iglesias, all these things. And you know what headband is? You put the name on your forehead, and then she has to act like the person. But and then you're like, when the time's right, you get Doja Cat, and you just see how she reacts. You're like, and you just leave. You're just,
I never talk to her again. I take it off, I put it down, and I walk out.
Or she goes like, oh, and you're like.
I get on one knee immediately.
Yeah. She's at first she's like, "Did you make this game?" You're like, "No. It's from the store." It's like your writing. It's definitely your writing.
The ugliest printed thing ever.
If you put Doja Cat on your forehead, she starts mooing. You're like, "Oh, I'm out of here, dude."
Mr. Rogers. I put Mr. Rogers. That's another red flag or green flag for me. However she reacts to Mr. Rogers. I mean, I actually like if someone thinks Mr. Rogers is creepy, like I'm not arguing with them.
Yeah.
Like I could see Mr. Rogers being a little creepy.
Yeah, but also, there's some creepy ass people in the world, dude. Mr. Rogers is probably not the creepiest.
No, I can't say he's the creepiest. I mean, I don't find him creepy, but I could see how someone would find him creepy. I mean, we talked about it a little bit.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like Mr. Rogers would be a really good DoorDash driver, dude.
And I was saying like he would be kind of creepy as a DoorDash driver.
Really?
Like, because we talked about him delivering to a high school, and then he's like looking for the child. And he was like, "Hey, are you Samantha?
Is your name Christopher?"
And that would be kind of creepy. And then I was trying to think like, what would be the worst jobs Mr. Rogers could have? It'd be like too creepy because I imagine like him being a doctor and like being overly nice and like giving people diagnoses would be a little creepy.
Well, it looks like the cancer grew. Oh, it looks like the cancer grew. You want to see my train set?
My neighbor? Yeah. You're going to have some lovely new neighbors in the cancer ward.
There's 2 more moles in your back. Some couple of neighbors.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah. What about, what do they call a crosswalk attendant or something? People that work at the crosswalk? What are they called?
No, he'd be a good crosswalk guy.
Yeah?
I feel like he'd be a bad paramedic.
I feel like he always wants to say something.
What do you mean?
Like he's not going to be able to be quiet at his job. He would be a bad paramedic?
Yeah.
How?
Because he'd be like, "Oh, it looks like you got shot there." Right?
Oh my God. It's like
you're bleeding out, bud.
It's funny because when he talks, he looks like he's very empathetic and sympathetic. But then if some gnarly situation is presented him and he talks the same way, it's like, oh, he has no empathy or sympathy.
Yeah, that's true. He's just a monster. All of a sudden. We're gonna ship you to Norway, homeless man.
Homeless man. Well, looks like you made a grave mistake. He's an assassin.
He'd be a great assassin. With that voice, he'd be an awesome assassin. He's looks like the end of the line's right here, bro. I don't remember what Mr. Rogers sounds like.
What is it called? The Lannisters send their regards.
Sword. In 2022, and he's stabbing people with swords. Like I'm with MI6.
Dude, that's the craziest dichotomy is having Mr. Rogers with a gun. Mr. Rogers being like like the crazy blowback of the gun.
Teaching gun safety, I think he'd be good at that.
He would be great at teaching gun safety.
Yeah, I feel like he would be.
Yeah.
He has a soothing voice for that.
I think he would be a bad actor. It's like, all right, show us sad. He's like, well, it's really unfortunate.
He'd be a great flight attendant.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a really good flight attendant. Maybe like teacher.
He's like, the exits are in the front and in the back of this plane.
The creepiest janitor. He'd be the creepiest janitor.
Yeah. How?
Just like that. Just that voice. Like if a little kid comes up to him, he's like, oh, "Gotta clean up your spill."
Excuse me. I'm gonna have to bend over, clean up your spill.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, why? Why did you say that? Or if he's like Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting, and he's like, "It's not your fault."
Okay.
It's not your fault.
Excellent therapist.
Yes, excellent therapist.
He'd be a good secretary too.
Dude, when I went to therapy when I was 13 years old, this guy, did I ever tell you about this?
No.
I was definitely a 13-year-old in therapy, right?
Okay.
And like I remember all of us were in the room, meaning my mom, my dad, my sister, and me.
Okay.
Right? And then they all left and I was in the room with the therapist myself. And then the therapist, and I remember being like, whoa, what the fuck? And then the therapist did this. 2 fingers in his fucking cheeks. And he was super fat, dude. And he did the cheeks like this. And his cheeks were just around his fingers, dude. And I was just staring at it the whole time while talking, He's like this. And I was like, yeah, so like I like baseball and I'm a kid, so I like trains, you know, whatever I was saying.
Yeah.
And the whole time he's like, how does that make you feel? You know? It reminds me of Mr. Rogers. Fuck Mr. Rogers, dude.
I thought you were gonna say like it made you laugh that his cheeks were enveloping his fingers.
Dude, no, it was like so
Like he
I couldn't look away. Like they just like he would move a lot and everything, but his fingers stood still in his cheeks. So weird. And he was like a super crazy old fat white guy.
Why was he super crazy?
Crazy, just like I thought. Well, I'm talking to you like a 13-year-old. I was like, this guy is fucking crazy.
Oh, because his body was moving, but his head stood still.
Because he asked so many questions. I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking know you, dude.
So he was doing his job, and you're like, this guy's creepy.
Yeah, I didn't even understand what therapy was or anything. I just remember I went. I forget why I even went, dude. Yeah,
I would have loved to be interviewed when I was that young.
yeah,
Like therapy feels like an interview from the couple times I've been.
yeah. I remember the second time I went to therapy. This is a Dave Chappelle special. I did like 5 jokes in between, and I'm like, the second time I went to therapy, and then everyone's like, oh. Anyways,
what are you talking about?
It was you didn't watch The Age of Spin?
No.
Oh, he does that with OJ jokes. Like the first time I met OJ Simpson, I met him 4 times. I'm gonna tell you them all by the end of the night. He does the first one, does a couple more jokes aside from OJ, and he goes, the second time I met OJ Simpson, and everyone's like, oh, it's a great fucking special, dude.
I don't care. Good for Dave Chappelle.
The second time I went to therapy, it was after a breakup, and so I went to Whittier, and I walked into the room.
What are the cross streets at this place that you went to?
It definitely starts with a P.
I'm just kidding. Don't tell me the cross streets.
Petridge? Oh no,
Gerardo. Don't tell me the cross streets.
What is it called? It was next to Wings. What is it called?
I don't know.
What is that open mic on Fridays? 7 minutes. Fucking Wings something in Whittier.
Just tell me the story.
What is it called?
It doesn't matter.
It was off of this street called P and Whittier Boulevard.
Okay.
Or just kidding. You fucking regret asking.
I think you found the one thing that could frustrate me a little is when you tell me the cross streets of something.
Yeah. I want to say it's like Peckridge or something like that.
Okay, sure.
Anyway, so I walked into the room and she
was the room
in.
next to the bathroom and the janitor's closet?
No, it was like a bunch of little rooms. It was like a bunch of rooms. And it was like the room that we walked into was tiny. It's like the size of the couch.
Okay.
And then like right here. And it was off of just kidding. And so she walks in front of me, she walks in, she sits down, and then I sit down on the couch. And then she's like, tell me about yourself. Guess what I do?
You tell?
I start crying, dude, immediately. Isn't that wild?
Oh, and then she was like, oh, so you're a big baby.
She was like,
little bitch.
And I think I told her about the first time I went to therapy with the cheek thing. I was like, that's all I took away from
That's what you cried about?
Yeah. I was like, his fucking fingers were his cheeks.
His cheeks ate his fingers.
I was like, give them back.
I thought monsters were Hollywood.
Hollywood?
Yeah.
Also, too, the first time I went to therapy, I feel like the guy was like, this is a total waste of time.
Oh, because you're a child?
Yeah. No, I mean, he was probably doing his job. I'm talking about my brain.
Oh, I
was
see.
like, oh, this guy thinks I'm a waste of time, you know?
Oh, that's probably what you should have talked about.
I was 13.
Oh, so you didn't know that was it?
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
Damn, 13-year-old me. What would I say about therapy? Huh.
I'm pretty sure we had to go to therapy because I had a MySpace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which
why? Your parents thought you had to go to therapy because of MySpace.
My MySpace was terrible. I was 13 years old with the MySpace. I've told you about the MySpace.
Oh, you're crazy. Just like crazy jokes.
My MySpace, every single section of my MySpace was about how big my dick is.
And that's hilarious.
It is funny.
Yeah.
But it's true though.
But as a parent, I could see how that's troubling.
And also too, like I didn't do that to be funny. You know what I mean?
Wait, you're saying it's true? Like you're saying your dick is huge?
No. I did that to let the people know, dude. No.
Yeah. It was a PBS style informative MySpace.
No, like generally pretty big, right? Music taste, whatever gets it hard. Like all these things were, you know how they had graphs on MySpace?
Yeah.
Like it was like you enter Mexican, fucking 13 years old, and it's like, oh, dude, this guy's dick is huge. Like when you put those things in, the graph just sends you some random thing.
Okay.
And so I put those everywhere. Why did I do that? I think I saw somebody else have that. Maybe they were doing it like to be cheeky or satirical. And I was like, oh, this is what MySpace is, dude. And so I did that.
You're doing jokes, yeah.
I didn't think of it as a joke though. I was just like doing that because I thought that's what you had to do. I'm a fucking idiot, dude.
What?
I didn't know what the fuck. And then also I told you all about this. I don't think I've said this on a podcast though. The song to my MySpace page was the Empire Strikes, or the fucking, what's it called? The Darth Vader theme.
Oh, okay.
Dan, 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 dan. And I was like, dude, I would like open and refresh my MySpace and be like, whoa, dude, this is what they see when they get on here. And the song, I'm like, dan, 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 digging it.
You do lyrics like your dick is big in that song?
And then the way that they found out, like, my dick is not 2 inches. It's fucking 13 inches, I swear.
And I'm 13.
And I'm also 13 years old. No puberty, just a big old dick. And then so my sister, this is how they found out I had a MySpace. My sister got in trouble because she had a MySpace. And whatever she was doing on the MySpace, I don't remember all the details.
She did the exact same thing as you, but with the vagina.
No. Maybe it was like messaging guys or something, right? She's 15 at the time. I was 13. So what's it called? I just remember being in the room with my mom, my dad, and my sister, and I was on the couch of the office. It's like a tiny little wood couch. It's like a little thing, like a furniture piece.
Is it between an end table and a TV?
No. It's small. I don't want you to think it was a couch. It was like a small wooden couch with two.
I was
little,
just doing.
I know. But I'm trying to tell the cushions, right? It was like cushions, right?
Is that important?
Yeah, it was just wood and cushions. It's not like a couch. It's not like comfortable. It's like very. It was just like I had to be in the room to see this. Is what I'm trying to communicate.
Okay.
And then so while my sister was getting in a lot of trouble for this. I'm like doing a little NSYNC dance on the fucking seat, just like
being a jerk. Yeah.
Angie's in trouble.
Yeah.
Angie's in trouble. Completely forgetting that what my MySpace has and that I have one. And that I probably begged my sister to be on her top 8 or whatever. You know what I mean? And then Angie sees me, my sister.
She tells on you.
She sees me fucking, I'm like literally 13 years old, happy as fuck. Like, oh, I'm going to go play with JJ. I'm going to tell JJ all about this. My sister sees me and she goes,
it's great not being in trouble.
My dad's like, out of 10, like at 100, you know what I mean? Upset. And Angie goes, Hidalgo has a MySpace? And my whole life changed, dude. In that moment, I was like, snitch. First of all, I didn't know the word was, but I snitched.
You felt it.
I felt it. I felt betrayal, dude. And then
my brother and sister used to tell me all the time, but go continue.
And so the thing is, like, when she said that, she wasn't off the hook. My dad was still upset with her.
Yeah.
And then so I was kind of like, oh, did they not hear her say that? Like, what? You know? So I was still like, oh, shit, she's in a lot of trouble. Right?
And my dad might be deaf.
Yeah. And my dad might not be able to hear. I need therapy. And then out of nowhere, after my dad was done doing his fucking diagnostics on the new internet, because like this is so new at the time, he's like, where's your MySpace? Go to it. And I was like, fuck. And
you should have just been like, she's lying, Dad.
I don't fucking have
Dad,
one.
This whole time she's been messaging guys. You don't think she's lying about this?
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
So I fucking go to this page with my dad sitting in the chair. Like, it can't be as bad as what I just saw with my daughter. You know what I mean? And then the page loads and it's dun, 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 dun. The fucking speakers are loud. I'm like, dude, can we turn this down? Like, you know? Can we have this like a house volume, you know? And he's just like scrolling through it and like kind of laughing, but like, you know, the laugh, you know, like the upset laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's like, oh, whoa.
That's
like,
what he does?
No. That's me.
Okay.
That's what I do. You know, just kidding. I get mad at you all the time. What's it called?
When you found my MySpace, you're so
And I was kind of like explaining like, no, but Dad, it's like, this is like what they do. And he got really upset. And then he like stormed out, went to the garage. And at the same time, I was asking him to fix a clock of mine from my room. You know the clocks that have the bells on it?
No.
And it's like,
oh, yeah.
Why do you say no so fast? I didn't get to the part.
Because you said bells.
You're just like my dad. Anyways, so he's like, don't ever do that. So he runs into the garage. Not runs, but he like goes into the garage and I'm running after him like, Dad, wait, no, don't be mad, you know? And then he fucking goes to the workbench where he was going to fix my clock, and he threw the clock at my head, dude. Just like all hard. Just boom.
He clocked you?
He clocked me, dude. Shut the fuck up. Oh, shit is not funny, but trauma, all areas,
he clocked you.
Clocked you.
It works in every way.
And then he told me that he lost all trust in me. Is that funny?
I tried to find a clock pun. There's nothing.
You're like, a wrong clock's right 2 times a day.
Yeah, broken clock's right 2 times a day.
I said a wrong clock, stupid. Anyways,
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Broken wrong.
So that's probably why I went to therapy once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the idea that your dad sees that you're doing all these dick things. And his first question is like, do you have a big dick? Like, that's what he's mad at. He's like, is this biographical or is this a fucking joke?
Is it biographical?
Is my son a liar or is he hilarious?
Yeah. Did you measure it? Do you know the average size?
Is this a peer-reviewed graph?
Are these peer-reviewed studies? That's so funny.
Stanford, Harvard?
I wish. Oh, there has to be like some kind of internet time machine, right? Where you can go back to a day and be like, I can see this page.
No,
There has to be.
I have no idea. Probably.
Dude, I wish I could bring up my MySpace. That would be so legendary, dude.
He's like, is it Stanford, Harvard? And then you read it and you're like, no, that's Stand on My Dick in Hartford. That's more jokes on your MySpace. Studies from Stand on My Dick in Hartford.
I'm like, no, Dad, that's BDSM. He's like,
it's your one picture is you in a GIMP.
Imagine, dude.
At 13.
Oh my God.
That I could see him. Yeah, maybe you should get mad at that a little bit.
No, but
no, you're just exploring your sexuality.
I've made jokes about this too in the past, where it's like I'd rather get my ass kicked for having a MySpace at 13 than having a TikTok at 14. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because I felt like I was a pioneer, dude. MySpace was one of the first social media networks, and like I fucking loved it.
You could be a TikTok pioneer.
No. Because no parents that are, first generation immigrants are beating up their fucking kids over having a TikTok, unless they're, doing some nefarious shit on there.
Uh-huh.
Also, there's no option to show how big your dick is on every part of that page too. Unless every post is like, yep, still big, But I did everything like books. There was like a books section, and I was like,
What'd you do for books?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of puns. Like I can't remember exactly what. I just remember having, even if it was just like 2 graphs that were like about how big my dick is. Too many, dude.
With the length graph.
Imagine if it was like,
and it's just a picture of your penis. With the yeah.
Imagine if my MySpace was all math. Like I love math, like what's it called? What is a mathematician like music wise? Bush? I don't know.
Is Bush a band?
Yeah.
What is a mathematician like?
Rush. Rush is all mathematical music.
Is it? How so?
They fucking just, I don't know, listen to it. I just think it is.
You just make it up?
Yeah. I don't know. But it was one of the wildest nights of my life. And looking back, it is one of the fucking funniest nights of my life because of the Darth Vader theme and all my dick stuff.
Dude, yeah, your dad just being so mad and then hearing dun, 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 as he's reading you do paragraphs about your dick size and your pubes and all that stuff. And knowing your dad since he clocked you and everything. I wonder what the conversation between your mom and dad was after that. Like your dad had to report that to your mom.
My mom was there.
Oh, she saw that too.
Yeah,
what was her reaction during this whole thing?
My mom just kind of like supports my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then so when he again threw the clock at you, what was your mom? What did your mom do?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I just got a clock thrown in my head, dude. No, I don't remember. I just remember being very sad from all that. And I think the response was to go to therapy. I think that's why I went to therapy.
Did you grieve over the loss of your MySpace page? In a sense, was the idea that your dick is huge, was that now dead? It'd be funny if you have a huge dick, but like ever since that day, you're like, it's not big.
Nobody knows. No,
That's your sadness.
A month later or something, like my sister got a Facebook.
And that was okay?
Yeah, and then she told me that it was she made it to where I couldn't have one. She told me like it's only for these people kind of thing. And then I was like, what? I don't want to be those people.
What? You don't remember what she said?
Do you know how Facebook started?
Yeah, the hot or not thing.
That, but it was only for colleges.
Yeah.
Facebook went to colleges and it was only for college students.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister somehow got a college email or whatever. She was able to join Facebook.
Your girlfriend was not your girlfriend. You call your sister your girlfriend sometimes.
You just did it.
I know. What do you call it? Your sister was one of the top hackers in the U.S. for like 4 years.
That's stupid. No.
Oh.
No, because in 2006 she started college. So I think she had a college email in 2006.
Okay.
And so she got a Facebook, and then I was like, "What? I want one," And I couldn't get one for however.
And
long.
that's when you went into college, right?
No,
14 years old.
I imagine. I was like, "Oh, if I get a Facebook from going to college, I start studying all hard. I get glasses." I'm like, my dick is fucking huge, dude.
You're just writing that in the notebook.
No, so yeah, dude, it's a wild time. Like the whole social media fucking craziness.
I never had a MySpace.
Never?
Never did it. You know why? I was afraid no one would be friends with me. That's why I never did it.
Damn.
Because I had like my best friend, but I was like, man, am I that tight with anybody? I was embarrassed to send, because in my head, friends, I was like, they actually have to be your friends, right? So in my head, I was like, I mean, I can't send friend requests to people who aren't my friends.
Yeah.
But little did I know everybody was just sending to random people, and everyone would always accept to make it look like they had more and more friends. So I would have been added to the tally. And so I don't know why I was so...
I remember Exene Barras or whatever, this girl from school. She had like 900 friends. I was like, who the fuck is Exene outside of school?
Yeah.
The
most popular girl in the whole city.
Yep. And also her name, I never knew how to spell it. I just knew how to say it. I was like, why would you name your kid that?
Exene.
It was like XXYNE.
Interesting.
She probably added another X.
Would
you know what I mean?
Would you ever give your child like a very uncommon name, like Elon Musk and
Saturn?
Oh, that's what you want to name your child?
Yep.
Damn.
I've talked about that on Isimo.
Of course, I have to name my child Jupiter to beat you.
To be bigger. I'm like, oh, but Saturn calls his dick Jupiter.
Damn. Jupiter has a Pluto weenie. Damn it. You win.
Oh, that's hilarious. Damn. Yeah, I would 100% call my kid Saturn. I told you why, right?
Yeah, the kid, super cool middle school kid.
First day of school, named Saturn next to me, sitting right next to me at school. Yeah. And he wasn't there. Everyone's there. And then after the class starts, after the teacher's gone, I was like, Saturn's a fucking weird ass name, And then this fool walks in with two girls. And then he sits down and he's like, what's up, dude? My name's Saturn. I'm like, wow, he just said hi to me.
So he had two girls?
Yes. And like it felt like he was like this, but he walked in with two girls.
Oh, you know so I mean? It felt like the whole world revolved around Saturn.
Yeah. It felt like he was the coolest fucking guy I've ever seen in my life.
I see.
I remember that day. And he had like hair that was probably a bowl cut, but like really low bowl cut. Like imagine like a Latina in her 40s with 4 kids, how they get the short haircut like that. Because they're like, fuck it, I'm done doing my hair, He had that shit, but like color, like it was like brown and then black. And I was like, yo, Saturn, his ring is lit. Dog. You know what I mean?
So what did that make you? You're next to Saturn. Were you chubby at the time?
Yes.
Yeah. So did you fluctuate? You went chubby, skinny, chubby? You were skinny for a little bit.
No, I was I was skinny fat for most of my life. Yeah.
When you were in college and you were doing Shakespeare, you were Shakespeare reincarnated for a little bit.
I was chubby.
You weren't chubby. I saw pictures of you.
But yeah, I was chubby.
What's your idea of chubby? Because you looked like tall, lean,
Yeah.
Maybe you had some like a little bit of chunk, lonjas and all that.
Yeah.
But
I had lonjas for sure.
But Doug, you were like a thin guy.
So then, I was thinner, but like
why are you denying that you were thin at one point?
But like in the world of acting, I was fucking chubby.
Oh, you were fucking disgusting as an actor. I would never hire. As soon as you take your shirt off, you have zero acting ability.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
I did fluctuate though, dude. Because like outside of after I finished going to college, meaning I dropped out, I fucking failed.
When you completed your
college time, I never say graduated.
You never say dropped out, and you never say graduated.
When I stopped going to college because I was done,
Perfect.
I started working at Costco, and then I got fired, or I stopped going to Costco because I was also finished.
When I was done at Costco,
towards the end of my time at Costco, employment wise, towards the end of that, I would take the bike from fucking my house in Rancho all the way down to Costco, and then whatever happened, and then I started working at Chipotle. And when I first started working at Chipotle at the Victoria Gardens, I would take my bike down and back every day. And I got fucking skinny. And there's a picture of me at my mom's house. RIP my mom's house. They moved already. Where
actually, your mom's house died actually.
The picture of me actually made me want to get fat again.
Why?
Because my nose looked huge. And then I thought about this the other day and I was like, probably a bad angle, dude. You know what I mean?
You're all muscular, six pack.
No,
like
I was frail. I was skinny.
I know, I'm just joking. The idea that you look fine and then you see one angle of your nose and you're like, I'm made to be fat. I have a fat nose. I have to be fat.
But my nose looked fucking huge. Like it looked.
But like guys and girls like that.
Really?
Yeah, big noses. Like girls with big noses, I think they could be attractive. What?
I think I like a small nose. Why you got to sniff so much? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very suspicious.
Yeah.
Why you got all that nose for?
Yeah. Huh? Why you got your nose in my business? It's so big, it's my business. They don't get it. All right, you ready to stop now? Yeah. It's fucking hot in here.
It is.
It is. Yeah. Today was like 100 degrees, and right now it's like 115 in this room.
Inside, and it's 12 a.m.
Is
this going on the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. You should have. Okay.
What?
I feel like instead of being like, "Are you ready to stop?" you should have just been like, "All right, that's been the episode." Instead of being like, "Hey,
we're personable, dude."
No, we are. I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully, people like this.
I loved it. This is dope. I talked about therapy, dude, and I'm gonna start going to therapy again. Wish me luck, dude. They're fucking demons.
When they see your shoes, they're gonna roast you in therapy.
Imagine, dude.
Imagine your therapist roast you.
Why can't we get therapists that roast people?
Because it's usually self-esteem issues, Gerardo, that people have. So they can't just go out.
But what if they make you battle for your self-esteem? Where they're like, "You're fucking fat piece of dumb shit." I'm like, no, I've actually been working out recently.
You know, maybe therapy's gonna be perfect for you because the fact that you're like, hey, maybe this is a good way to look at life. That might be part of what the therapist is going to talk to you about. So,
can we make therapy cheaper? Oh, that's for next episode.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, you want to finish? Okay. That's been it for. Let's say it together. Don't blow up the podcast. My name is Gerardo. I'll be starting another episode. Okay. See you guys later.
All right. Bye.
God bless.
Damn, you stole mine.
Yeah.
God bless.